We're going to dig into part of a collection, and I'll give you an insight as to the process I use in breaking down a collection. Up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic book community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. We had our 3,000 subscriber giveaway. I think I'm going to do a 3,500 subscriber giveaway coming up. So just like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We'll let you know more details when we get closer to that, probably when we pass 3,400 subs. Also, follow us on the other socials, Instagram, Bronzeville_comics. If you have any questions to ask me, my email is in the description. And follow me on Whatnot. I do sales every Monday night at 10 p.m. Next Monday, we are doing a Marvel Silver Age Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense, and Strange Tales. Go over there on Whatnot. If you have not yet used the app, there's a link in the description. If you use that, you get $10 off your first purchase. Give us a follow over there. Bookmark the show. I have next week's show, and you can look in the show and see the items that are already available. Also, there's a link to my eBay store in the description below. So, what I did was I bought a collection recently, and I haven't had the chance to go through it. But we'll take a quick look at the collection, and then we're going to go into the breakdown. Okay, so we picked up another collection. And what drives me crazy, so the collection was these, what have we got? 8 long boxes. There's another long box that I've already brought inside. And there were some other books that kind of got stuffed into these long boxes where there was space. There was a pile of Mad magazines and Mad books. So I had to go through this. 2 things. One thing that I understand is that almost nothing is bagged and boarded. Although it's pretty solid in terms of condition. What I looked at doesn't seem too bad. It's mostly more modern books. But the other thing that really drives me bananas is, why are there no lids on these long boxes? This happens so often that I get long boxes without lids. Now, the fortunate thing about this is that for the most part, the collection is in order. So we have a lot of Uncanny X-Men, but it's past the, the key issues for the most part. And then there's some random stuff stuck in there. There's some decent stuff. I went through real quickly. We came to a deal based on just a handful of books. So that's X-Men. That's towards the end of the run. You can see there are some older books. Just by looking at the top here, we have, what do we have here? This is Power Pack. That was just like, I had to shove into the box here. There's a bunch of Ghost Riders and just kind of a lot of randomness, but the vast majority of it is organized. We did have one box with a drawer. So when I'm going through this, I would say, oops, watch my thumb. When I'm going through this, I would say the majority of it, I will be able to catalog rather quickly because it is in order. Oh, this is backwards. And there's a lot of Ultimate, but I couldn't find, it looked like their Ultimate collecting stopped around Ultimate Fantastic 414. Does not include the first Marvel Zombies, and of course it does not include Ultimate Fallout 4, which is kind of, I was hoping that would be the golden needle in the haystack, but it doesn't seem to be unless that is hidden somewhere. It seems as though the collection stopped before that time frame. So we're going to have to pull out some keys. There's another long box, and then there's just a box of kind of random stuff that has some of the more valuable issues. We'll take a look at the keys, talk about what we might be sending into CGC, and that'll be on the other side of this. Okay, guys, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I wanted to kind of show how I break down a collection. You kind of saw what I still haven't even touched, which are the like 8 long boxes in my garage. And we talked about how none of these boxes have lids. Then there are like some just random bags, this box, this long box, that long box is just stuff I've already processed from other collections and what have you. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just get a box, a short box that I can kind of put some of the books through and at least get them out of these bags until I get an opportunity to look at them a little closer. Here's what I do. So I take a short box, and one of the things I always do with any box that I have that I'm putting books in is I take a couple of backer boards and put them in the bottom of the box. This way, there's no scratching of the books when you reach in with the handles. And now I got to prop this up. I'm going to put this here. Let's see if we can see it. And underneath it, I'm going to put one of these boxes just so that it's at an angle so that the books don't fall out. I always do that. Kind of have it a little bit at an angle there. I think you can see that. I'm just going to move this back a little bit. You can see where the books are going. Now, one of the things is I already just kind of picked a random stack of books out of the short box. Now, I had seen most of these books. Now, the collection has a lot of books that are already sorted, but they're mostly modern books. So that's going to be a lot easier to go through. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, on my phone, and I need a new phone, the screen protector's cracked and everything. On my phone, I'm going to open my CLZ app, right? And I'm going to add a new collection. Actually, I think I already have this. I have separate collections for that. I kind of use the date and an abbreviation to remind me what I have in here. So I already know that I have certain things that I put in just to kind of highlight what's in the collection. And then I can add from here. And it also allows me, this is linked up to cover price. So if I put in a whole run of books, especially modern books, if I just scan them, I can get some cover price data real quick, and I can know which books that I might not have recognized have some value to them, whether they be $10 books or $20 books or $100 books, and they get separated from the other books in the run. So it does give me some quick information in that regard. So I'm going to go through just the bags. I want to get the books out of the bags and at least most of them into that short box. I looked these books when I was at the place where I picked them up, but I don't remember what was in the bags. So these are, Turok. Okay. Yeah, there's some gold key stuff here. This is low grade. Lone Ranger, the 25 center. So that's 1970s stuff. Star Trek, really the only Star Trek book that has any value is #1. There are no other keys. Sad Sacks Funny Friends. So I don't think I'm gonna do much with these other than just catalog. Classics Illustrated. That's one that nobody needs. I know there's a lot of stuff in here. More Classics Illustrated. You know, occasionally the original somebody had indicated something on here about the books. So this is a Dennis the Menace from 1962. That's kind of interesting. And then we have a random DC Who's Who. More Classics Illustrated. Classics Illustrated. Now, a couple of these, if they're old enough, do have some value. From Earth to the Moon. Now, here's a magazine, Cartoons, April 1988. I'm sure I have a magazine box. I'll throw that in the magazine box over here. Special World War II issue of Classics Illustrated. That's, I guess, somewhat interesting. So let's see what we got here. Thor and Juggernaut. Mort, the Dead Teenager. Not familiar with that title. Ghost Rider 29. A whole bunch of comic shop news. I'm pretty sure that these don't have much value. Even a Fred Hembeck, Zatanna Polar Boy, and Mr. Freeze cover. It also has Iceman, Ice, and Captain Cold. That is really interesting. That's from 2016. No, that's a recent book. I'll look into that. Dynamite Books, Ghost Rider. So we'll see which Ghost Riders they have. I don't know. Again, I haven't. I was kind of going quickly. I see if they have 28 or 31. That would make things interesting. Morbius 2 with that awful cover. It is no longer Morbin time. Weapon X. So I'm going to put these in the short box. Now, and I've dropped my phone. So I have not yet cataloged anything. Just because I'm going to put them in short box first. A, because I got to get everything out of this room to make way for a Christmas tree. That's kind of my biggest project right now. But I'll give you, we'll go through the next box. Dark Water, Ghost Rider 10. Oh, there's a glow in the dark cover. Second printing. 14. Saved by the Bell, number 4. Okay. Eclectic collection. Oh, there's a Turtles Archie book. Ghost Rider 1. That's not bad. That's not bad. 28. There you go. Marvel Universe, number 1. Marvel Holiday Special, and another Classics Illustrated. So, again, a lot of just randomness here. Oh, some poly bags. Chip and Dale. And it is, at least here, they were nice enough because it's hard to get the issue numbers on these. A lot of these gold keys do not have issue numbers. Not that a Chip and Dale from 1974 is really going to do much. So we do have some empty boards. King Solomon's Mines. Under Two Flags. There really isn't much of a market for Classics Illustrated. Even if they have like great covers from Mad Magazine. So here's some Ghost Rider from the original bronze run. So yeah, there are a couple books in here. Anything? 30. Here's 32 and 31. Okay. There was a lot of, I remember this, a lot of bronze Ghost Rider. So that stuff I'm gonna pay more attention to. Yeah, 41, 35. I'm not intimately familiar with off the top of my head with the keys from that run. Superman coloring book. Oops, somebody colored it in a little bit. Yeah, nice job of staying in the lines. Random piece of black construction paper. Tomb of Dracula, epic book. It's interesting, those epic books kind of gotten, the Nicole Simpson story. Oh God, I love those he said, she said comics. The Pit one. Yeah. Cracked. Riddick Bowe. Fight program. New York Islander or Rangers program. Sorry. Mets magazine. 3. Nothing in here. It's empty. All Comics presents. Oh, nice Sam Keith cover there. More garbage. Solar Man, yeah, a Beetlejuice sticker activity book. I don't know what to do with that. That's still, even though it's Wolverine, Punisher, and Ghost Rider, not big. So here we got some Evil Ernie, some Gen 13. There was a run of Gen 13 in here somewhere. Valiant Vision starter kit. That's curious. It's a thinner book. It's not, it's probably like 16 pages. Valiant Vision Starter Kit. So that's something that just piques my curiosity. So let's go to cover price. Valiant Vision Starter Kit. I guess it's worthless, but you never know. $4 in near mint. Yeah, it's maybe a $5 book on its best day. Sports Illustrated Yogi Berra. Yeah, I can show that. Oracle #1. That looks, it's $1 price, so that's probably from the 70s. Oracle Comics. Do not know about that. That's something to look up. Oracle 1. Oracle 1. Oracle Presents #1. Actually, from 1986, and it's only $1. Interesting. Maybe a $10 book. Big there. Comic book and stamp set of Amazing Spider-Man 1. I don't really know anything about that. That's kind of curious. A Little Archie book, 25 center. Prefer like 15 centers or earlier. Deathlock, and Little Monsters. Again, this is in hideous condition. So that's just going to get rid of those bags, and I don't need these things. These are not comic book size, so I'm going to get rid of those, and the cracked. Guess I'll throw those in with the magazines. Yeah, a lot of that stuff, I don't know what to do with it. It's really just so random. So we're starting to fill up the short box, and unfortunately I don't have a whole lot of spare short boxes. But I want to take a dig into this. Now, I did pile some books up on top here, but here's the other thing about this collection. Nothing was bagged or boarded. And this is a lot of X-Man. X-Force. You can see it's a couple bagged. So what's going to happen is, so these are all X-Man. I don't want to put that on top of the Spider-Man's Amazing Friends. Now, I did dig through, and if you're not familiar with this book, right? Spidey Super Stories number 39. This was a big key, and this is in lower grade. Some creasing on a lower side of mid grade, I would guess, without taking a closer look at it. This is the first appearance of the Thanos copter. So what I can do with this is 32 through 36. So I know those are all there. And 30 and 31 are here, and 37, 38 are here. This is 30 through 38. Every issue of X-Man. Now, I'm going to enter this into my CLZ app because I can do it all in one fell swoop. I don't even have to, it's going to be a lot more efficient to just click on the so 30 through 39. Fortunately, you got to go through all the variant covers. I'm just going to assume these are all direct. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Now, the nice thing about the CLZ is it does list any key significance of these. So I'm going to put these as an 8.5 and no purchase price. So I'm just going to add those. And then once they're added to the collection, I don't know how well you can see this. I can then look at, and I'm going to actually give you a better view of this. Hopefully you're seeing this okay. I can click on that title and it'll show me, again, it's hard to see. Yeah. They're all essentially dollar books. So yeah, nothing of note amongst those, which doesn't surprise me for this era of Marvel book. These late 90s books have not held up in terms of value. They not a lot was going on. Now, X-Force though, I do like this because it is Mike Allred. Now, the other thing is I could consider is just storing these away in the PC. It's another possibility. And that's a second series. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have these in the 120s, 5, 6. It's a one shot. That wasn't worth anything. These are in decent shape. They're not 9/8 candidates. They all have this a little bit of dings and stuff on them. So I'm going to enter these. So it's X-Force. I've got a few of these. That doesn't have. Oh, I'm missing a couple. So I'm going to have to continue to go through this box. Not much in here, to be honest with you. There might be a few things. There actually is a couple things that I did find in here. There were a few books of better value that I kind of stored in the middle there. I'm going to put these to the side for a moment, and I'm going to enter these. I do like these. I am a Mike Allred fan, so he did a bunch of these. That is cool. So what do we got? 118, 19, no 20 or 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 118, 19, and 22 to 29. So I'm going to enter those. I don't think there's anything of note, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm not really tuned in to this era of book. So let's see, 118, this is towards the end. '18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 is a key first appearance of Dead Girl. 26, 27, 28 is the death of Yugo Girl. And then 29 is the last issue in the series. So we can put all those, and we're going to get a, then I have this second volume. I'm going to put all these in a short box for now. And then this is like volume 2, 1 through 7. So this is around 2008. 1 through 9. So again, these are there's a crease up there. So kind of almost hoping that these aren't worth a lot. Volume 3. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is minor key. Cover up my choice. So my best guess is none of these have a lot of value. I'm going to go through a few more, and then it's going to be time to put this stuff away. And then what we will do is we'll do a follow-up video of stuff that is, so 1 through 9. Again, these are like $2 or $3 books. 1 and 2 are closer to $8. Not a big deal. The others are, yeah, in the mostly $2 to $5 range. Nothing special there. Now I will go to Key Collector just to give myself an idea of what potentially keep an eye out for. So I'm using a lot of different apps. For some reason that took me to Whatnot. And so I'm going to Key Collector, and I'm going to search the X-Force series, the first one, and see, because I think there is at least one nice key later on. like that after 50. Yeah, 116, which I obviously just missed. First team appearance of Ecstatic. That's the big one. And then 125, the Dead Girl one is listed as high value. And 129, the final issue, has some value. And then the volume 3, 9, well, it has a classic cover. That's about it. But let's take a look at what else is here. These are the books I kind of... Kabuki is an Image series. I don't think that has a lot of value. But then we have some older books. Ghost Rider from the 1960s, number 4. This is not bagged and boarded. I'm going to put that in a bag and board. It's a lower grade copy, but it is Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1. That at the very least could use a press. And then this is a big boy. You can see it's got flaking, and that's Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 1. Low grade. I have not opened this, just hoping that all the pages are there. That's kind of the big thing there. So Nick Fury's going to get a bag and board, which I have over here, and I'm going to do that off camera, and I'm going to sign off. And let me know what you think of this kind of video. Should I dig a little further? I don't think X-Man has. Does X-Man have any keys? Because now I'm going down a rabbit hole, and I want to see if there's anything of note in this box. So X-Man has like essentially no keys. We also have New X-Men. New X-Men. I think this is from, what year is this from? It's hard to decipher sometimes these volumes. At this time, did they put the edition in the front or the back? Marvel. I think DC had it in the back. This is the 2004 series. 5 is a minor key. And 23 has some value. And 31. 23 and 31. So, of the New X-Men. And I'm sure X-Men Origins, that's more X-Force. And more Kabuki. X-Men. X-Men is not anything anybody gets excited about. But there's a run of it. There's a lot of it. There is quite a bit. This is all X-Men. And then the Kindred. Don't know anything about that. Run of those. Kin. Kabuki. Don't know Kin or Kindred. Okay, here's some more X-Force. So this is right about where we're zoning in on, right? I recognize the cover when I see it. X-Men is not going to do much for us. Let's see this. Oh, there's a graphic novel here. More X-Men. More X-Force Volume 2. Some X-Force Cable variants. Bunch of the same. X-Man. More Kabuki. Astro City. I don't think anything was picked over. Moving Pictures by Catherine and Stuart Immonen. Never heard of that. Independent graphic novel. There we go. Right, is that it? No. Echo. X-Force. What's the Ecstatic issue? I have to check again. Big issue, and this is 116, and that's 117. Oh, don't tell me 116 is not here. That would be silly. Let's see what we got here. There's some bagged ones. So these are more image, more X-Man, or this is X-Men. Okay. Second series. This is well on. This is volume. There's more X-Man and no, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is all X-Man. Just the way they put it together is a little different. So that's 117. That's a minor key. X-Force, Echo, X-Men the early years, X-Men 75. Ooh, I did not. Oh, astonishing. I didn't even dig to the bottom of this box. So let's see if we can discover anything fun together. Kabuki, I don't think Kabuki has value. Let's take a quick look. Kabuki. It'd have to be an early issue, right? 97. Miniseries. Kabuki Skin Deep. Massive, no. Actually, let me just type in Kabuki and Key Collector. Under Character. Kabuki. No, not really. Razor and She Special 1 and Negative Burn 16. But, okay, we have a previews, and there's just some books under here. So I'm not going to take those out. But, here. Astonishing X-Men. Okay. There's X-Force 120. We're zeroing in on the key issue. 2, 4, and 5 of Astonishing X-Men. What are the keys? Did this get picked over? I didn't think it had been. But maybe it was. Yeah, 6 is not there. Really the ones you want are 6. 8 is a hot book right now. 3 has some value. 4 is a minor key. 2 is really not. So, Kabuki straight toasters. There's a lot of Kabuki. Kabuki doesn't really have a lot of value. So, kill rating. So I'm wondering if this was picked over because that one X-Force issue is missing, 117, and it's pretty complete other than that. And that would have to be somebody who knew what they were looking for, right? Because that's, not an enormous key. So, well, I'm going to put these books back, and there's nothing that I didn't know was there. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these X-Men books, because those are just a lot of nothing exciting. I will have to, when I input all these, I'm going to be able to make a clear determination as to what might be there. There are some X-Force. Because I'm going to tell you, I bought this from an antique store and he would not know, I don't think, or he wouldn't have pulled out to sell separately. A minor key, like the first Ecstatic. I wonder where it is. Hey, it could be somewhere I missed. but I don't think it's in here. Nope. Nope and nope. Okay. Now I do kind of want to go through this long box. So I'm going to put Nick Fury over here with the bags and boards. And just real quick go through these. So this is that, a Tomb of Dracula, lower grade. Oh, there's something else in there. There is a square-bound book in there. Maybe it's giant size X-Men. That's not square. Oh, it's even better. It's Little Archie. Okay. It was not exciting. Marvel double feature, reprint. Rawhide Kid, Marvel Mighty Western, Super Sons, Samaritan 25, that's a decent book. Flash, 30 center, Chris owned it at one point. Okay. So I'm gonna put that here. So let's turn the box. I'm gonna move this because I'm gonna put that in the other room. And I'm just gonna quickly turn this here. Now I did flip through this box at some point, but I'm gonna, essentially what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna have this backwards. A lot of unbagged and boarded books. And a lot of Gen 13. Okay. Oh my. Gen Active. I don't know anything about these Gen 13 image books. But yeah, a lot of Gen 13. So we start with issue number 1. And there's 2 to a bag. So I don't, this is not the original one, I don't think. It has issue number 12 is supposedly, yep. It's J. Scott Campbell cover. That has some interest. No, that's about it for Gen 13. So, according to Key Collector, Gen 13, we're going to skip to now here, and this is all backwards. Maybe these are mixed in. They look like a little bit earlier. Nope, more Gen 13. Lots of Gen 13. Okay, that is not exciting me at all. If you're a Gen 13 fan, I apologize, but I will be able to catalog this fairly quickly. And then we have Roxy, more Gen 13 related books. Oh, a Generation Hex. So there is something alphabetical to this. Ordering. Maybe Generation X. Collector's Preview. Generation X. And then Generation Next. Kind of mixed in there. I don't know what that is. That's not a comic, it's like a poster. So, books of key significance, there are none. Key Collector doesn't have any keys above $5, above $3. So, this long box looks like it doesn't have a lot in it. Was an X-Men Unlimited there, but that doesn't really. I don't even know what that is. We do have some stuff I shoved in here. This is probably the most interesting stuff, potentially. So, Ghost Rider. Okay, the original Ghost Rider. Night Stalkers 1. Punisher Back to School Special number 2. Oh, that's interesting. Hanna-Barbera TV Stars number 3. 35 center. Dynamite and the Herculoids. Mickey Mouse. Richie Rich. Yikes. this is all together. This is a Ghost Rider. Oh no, there's some more. I don't know why these are all taped together. The Ghost Riders, a bunch of Ghost Riders in here. And then there's Spider-Man 18. I'll have to take a closer look at that. An All-Star Squadron. Some more bronze Ghost Rider with the Hulk. Number 10, number 11. Marvel Spotlight 9, that's a good book. That would be his 5th appearance. These books are not clean. 45, 78. So a lot of these bronze Ghost Riders. So those will be fun to kind of go through. I don't know what that stamp says. Complimentary. Not to be resold, not to be sold. Well, I'll sell it. If someone wants to buy it, I'll sell it. Yeah, so this is all bronze Ghost Rider, some Uncanny Tales from the Grave, Witching Hour, some DC horror, Superman Family, that Legion of Superheroes. This is a reprint magazine from '73, I think. Weird Mystery, House of Mystery. So nothing earth-shattering in there, but pretty much a decent run of bronze Ghost Rider. So obviously the biggest books would be the Lois Lane and the Nick Fury. And we'll put some Gen 13 back. And I don't know what to do with all of these. I guess they just create some dollar bins. And the biggest problem is I don't have lids for these darn things. So anyway, thanks for joining in on that little excursion. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.